Go ahead, Debbie.
Mr. Ballard.
Here.
Mr. Cunningham.
Here.
Mr. Sneed.
Here.
Mr. Taylor.
Here.
Mr. Hilsinger.
Here.
Is
So
there
we have-
anyone else? Is there anyone else that's online?
Oh, here's Mr. Elliott.
Mr. Elliott, is that you?
Can you hear us, Mr. Elliott?
I can.
Okay, so we have six because Mr. Elliott is here now too.
Okay. And Molly could not make it, so we're missing Steve. So let's go ahead and get started. You want to do number one, Affton High School?
Okay, this is Doug May. I'm presenting the Affton High School sign package. So it's on the west side of Mackenzie Road, zoned R5, 6,000 square foot residence district. The site is 20.27 acres. So it qualifies for this comprehensive sign package. There are some existing signs on the site. You can see in this slide here, there's a monument sign for the Affton High School District. There's a wall sign in the background, that side of that building behind the monument sign. And this is right on the Mackenzie frontage. And then the next photo shows there's a sign over the front entrance of the school. That's also fronting on Mackenzie. And then the next sign is a wall sign on the side of a pavilion in the back of the site near the athletics fields. So those are the existing signs. And then they have a proposed sign as well. And this is part of a parking lot expansion project that we're reviewing a site plan for right now. And the parking lot is in the rear of the site and requires a retaining wall. And that's what this image is here. And they want to do a sort of a decorative concrete retaining wall with this lettering that says Affton High School Cougars, and then some kind of pattern as well. So this would be the newest sign as part of this comprehensive sign package. In order to allow for this additional sign, they had to go through this sign package process. And then in the site plan up in the upper, you can see where this proposed retaining wall sign will be. It's in that red box. So it's on the western side of the property behind the school building near the athletics fields.
But if you'll recall, the idea of this is Debbie Solberg. The idea of the comprehensive sign package was to allow large institutional uses like schools and universities and hospital, more flexibility in signage. And so in this case, they just want to add the wording. It's not going to flash. It's not going to light up at night. It's just to aid in this whole school spirit thing. So we think this is a really reasonable option.
Yeah, they've been pretty good about everything they've done. I know when they came in for the lighting, they had really done their homework with the surrounding residents.
Are there any other questions about the Affton High School sign package?
Seeing none, do we have a motion?
I make a motion, Gary Elliott.
Second motion.
Second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it 6-0. And we'll go to McBride Berra Land Company.
So this is the site development plan for the Arbors at Stonegate, which is the McBride proposal on the new Mount Sinai Cemetery property on the south side of Gravois Road, west of Higi. So they rezoned to R4 and requested the planned environment unit procedure. So we've been reviewing their site plan, which is also acting as the preliminary plat for the new subdivision. which is on the slide. As you may recall, it's 44 single-family homes. The smallest lot is over 5,000 feet, and the maximum lot is just over 10,000. As you can see on the site plan, sort of towards the northern property line, there are some trees that are sort of shaded. Those are the mature trees that they're proposing to retain.
Hello?
Is that you, Mr. Lawler?
Yes, I can't seem to get on this damn thing.
Well, you've made it into the call.
Well, shouldn't I be
You tell
getting
us how you
pictures?
feel.
If you opened the email on the computer, you may be able to see the presentation, but
How do I do that?
so in the email, there should be a link.
Wait a minute, I'm on installing the Cisco WebEx meeting app.
Yeah, that would be it.
You gotta let it finish.
All right, what about join meeting on the,
You could click that button, click join meeting.
You know, when I clicked join meeting, it did not let me on. I had to go on the desktop where I had downloaded the WebEx. And once I clicked on it, then it gave me the option to join. Clicked the join meeting in the email. It didn't do it. That's why I was late. I kept waiting for the meeting to start.
all right, well, here it says, don't have the desktop app. Download it now. Is that what I need? Well, listen,
What
let
I
me
had
just
to
go
do-
ahead. All right. I want to run it. Meet face to face wherever you are. Meeting is not yet, wait a minute. Join the meeting. Yes. This thing will last an hour longer with me on it.
We're just about to finish.
No, it just came up, Planning Commission Executive Session, 4 to 5 p.m.
Oh, that
There's
might
nothing
be
on-
so I also sent the meeting for next week's executive meeting on the 27th. So you need to make sure it's the one for today, which the invite, I think, went on Thursday last week.
Yeah, Thursday.
All right, wait a minute, let me close this. Planning Commission Executive. All right, I'm back
think
now where
the same.
Melissa Wilson invites you to join the meeting.
For the 20th?
No, it says 27th.
That's for next week. So there should be one for the 20th.
And that might have come from Gail.
I think it came from me.
Oh,
But
came-
Gail
no,
did
came-
send an email.
No, it came from Mel. It did.
Would have been on the
All right, here's
16th.
one here. Melissa Wilson, WebEx meeting, Planning Commission. Wait a minute, here's one meeting tonight. Let me see if that's where I'm supposed to be.
That should be it.
Wait, I gotta call one.
So you shouldn't have to
Am I
call
on?
in again because we can hear you. But for you to see the presentation, you will need to open that.
If you have
Alright.
the desktop, app, when you open it, it takes you to the scheduled meetings and the most current. It'll take you to today's and it should all be on the WebEx meeting site. That's what mine did once I clicked on the app.
Meeting tonight, call this number. When prompted, type in 472. Why don't you go ahead and have the meeting? I don't have to get on this. I can hear what's going on.
We
I'll
can-
have you
yeah,
on here forever with this damn thing.
We'll describe it. So right now we're talking about the site development plan for the Arbors at Stonegate, which is
Okay.
the McBride proposal on Rahoy Road on the new Mount Sinai Cemetery property.
Okay,
So they've proposed 44 single-family homes ranging in lot size from about 5 to 10,000 square feet. And then the site plan does show maybe a dozen or so mature trees that they are proposing to retain, to keep along that existing Weber Heights subdivision. So we are recommending approval.
Let me interrupt you just a minute. I got a new thing came up on my screen. It says, for the meeting tonight, call this number.
So that's what you already did, I think.
Okay, so then down here it says after, call my cell at 314-920-7240.
Right, that's my cell phone number if you are having issues.
So I should call that?
No, you don't need to, since we can hear you.
Okay,
And you can hear us.
let's just go then.
So we are recommending approval of this site development plan for the Arbors at Stonegate.
Okay. Then I agree and I vote for it.
So nothing's changed since we approved it.
So when it was at public hearing, it's changed just a little bit. They did have originally 2 cul-de-sacs, but now one sort of terminates at the common ground. It doesn't really change the layout, and it just tweaked a couple lots, but no, the same number of homes. It's virtually the same as what you saw at public hearing.
Okay. Okay, we need a motion then for approval.
Elliot, make a motion for approval.
We have a second.
I'll second it. Bill Sneed.
Discussion, anyone? Nobody? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, 7-0. And that's it for the evening, right?
Yes, I've sent you should have gotten the invitation for next Monday's meeting. We'll have, hopefully we'll have a report that we'll make sure that you can look at before the meeting on the Domino's Pizza, Telegraph and Tansberger, and then the county council, we have to reiterate our approval of Delmar Gardens.
Okay.
Assuming
Okay,
that's your
so
will.
that,
But
I
that's
think
next.
I've got that. I think I've got that then. I've got, this is PCEM 420.
Right.
That's it.
And then next, we'll talk to you guys again next week.
Okay, we're adjourned. We'll see everybody Monday.
Have a good evening.
All right,
Bye.
thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye from Lawler. I hope I don't have this much